This call will be recorded.
Don't you know it? Welcome to my house. Call it the Cabbage because when I was renovating it, I decided it was part cabin, part cottage, the Cabbage. And it's a house I spent 2 years renovating, bringing it from an abandoned shack into a home I love. Hey, my name is Bea. If you don't know who I am, I'm a home improver in the Hudson Valley. Because this house hadn't been lived in a while, the heating system was completely shot. It was an oil furnace with an oil tank I found in the woods, completely disconnected. So I had a blank slate and a big decision to make. How was I going to heat and cool this house? Enter electric. I decided to use a cold climate heat pump to both heat and cool the Cabbage. What is a cold climate heat pump? This thing heats and cools my house. How does it do that? Oh. But why did I decide to go electric? Let's go inside. So let's start with the history of electric heat. Heating with electricity has been around for decades. It used to be known as electric resistance, and back then it was super inefficient and super expensive. It got a really bad rap. Fast forward to today, where the technology has just brought us to a completely different place. Now electric heat is way more affordable, way more efficient, and it's the way of the future. So to get the maximum benefits of something like a cold climate heat pump system, you want to make sure your house is sealed. And that goes for old houses to new houses. We're talking any place that the energy in your home can escape. It's really important to seal those places and kind of secure your house envelope. Now, how do you do that? How do you make sure your house envelope is tight, is leak-proof? Well, you can get an energy audit where professionals will come and monitor your home and take thermal readings of where potential energy can leave your home. I've already thrown out a lot of buzzwords when it comes to electric heat, so let's do a quick vocab lesson. When I say cold climate heat pump, what do I mean? This is a cold climate heat pump. What is an air handler? We're going up. Come on up, I'll show you the air handler. So this is the air handler, also known as the indoor part of the system. What does it mean when I say ductwork? And this is the ductwork, these silver worms that run air conditioning and heating throughout my house. That's an air vent, this is an air vent, and this is an air vent that's up really high. A mini split, what is that? This is a ductless mini split. What's a condenser? What's a contractor? An HVAC contractor is somebody who's going to provide the materials and services to set up your system. Through the New York State Clean Heat website, you can see a list of vetted contractors that can help you set up your system. In fact, I found a local contractor through the website, and I'm going to give him a call so you can see what it's like to set up an initial consultation. I'm going to just, hey, I'm interested in cold climate heat.
This call will be recorded.
Don't you know it? I wanted to know a little bit about going electric with my heating system.
Okay. How many zones?
1.
The reason why I'm asking, they have different rebates. There's all these rebates available to different utility companies.
You feed them to me, or how does that work with the rebates?
I do everything. I give you a price less the rebate.
Okay.
And then you pay the difference.
Okay, and those rebates, that's through the New York State Clean Heat program?
Yes. You get an instant rebate of $8,000.
I have one other question. As far as an electric panel, I'm going to show you my electrical panel. Going electric meant I needed to upgrade my panel to support the system. You have to upgrade it, or what's the difference in the panel thing?
It's just a matter of if you have 100 amps or 200 amps. Some houses have 200 amps. I could come and look at it. I can give you a price. If you like it, even if you don't like it, at least you see where your starting point is. And then I can look at the panel and tell you, no, you have a 200 amp panel, or no, you need another panel.
Appreciate it. Thanks for all the info.
Yep.
And just like that, I could have an HVAC contractor here to size my system and assess my home tomorrow. Bada bing, bada boom. I think the word contractor can be a little bit overwhelming, but these people are just professionals who want to help you install a great system, get your house running efficiently. So check out the vetted list of contractors in your area, give them a call, and just have a conversation. You can tell them you really don't know what you're talking about. So let's dispel some of the common misconceptions about electric heat. You may be asking, well, B, what happens when the power goes out? Furnaces and boilers, they all use electricity. So when the power goes out, everybody's heat is going out. You can future-proof that problem by having a generator, having solar panels, solar batteries. You may be thinking this all sounds very expensive and a lot of change, but I can assure you that moving away from fossil fuels is going to bring you cost savings over time. And these systems are much more efficient than something like an AC window unit. You may be asking me, B, if you have electric heat, you're not completely off the grid, you're still getting energy through fossil fuel systems. And while that may be true, New York State is actively working to decrease its dependency on fossil fuels. So investing in something like electric heat and other energy sources is an investment in the future of your home. Not to mention, when you transition away from fossil fuels to electric in your home, you are primed and in perfect position to go solar. And still, some of you may be saying, B, this all seems really complicated and kind of too difficult to manage. The amazing thing about having an electric system means you can actually make your home smart. What do I mean by that? Smart thermostats, the ability to set temperatures, control temperatures when you're away, which all in all leads to more cost savings and a more efficient home, heating system, air conditioning system. Yes, it's going electric, but it's also going smart. So today we talked a little bit about the history of electric heat. I gave you a mini vocab lesson about all the important words to know. I dispelled some common misconceptions about electric heat, and we talked to a contractor to get me set up with initial consultation to make this home electric. We're going solar, and I'm taking you along for the ride. All this is made possible by the New York State Clean Heat Program, and their website has a ton of resources where if your interest is piqued about electric, you can learn a ton and get started for yourself. Thanks so much for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.